Fuck. Thank you for joining me back here on another episode of Mondayne Mournings. That's right. The podcast you get every fucking Monday, bright and early on your way to work, whatever the fuck you're doing, early on a Monday. You know the vibes, you can tell by my tired ass looking bald ass dumb ass face here on the video version, youtube.com/ who this is one, and or you can hear the disdain, the desire to abstinence if possible from Mondays in my voice, the audio version, up on every podcasting platform you can imagine known to mankind. Mondayne Mournings. I wish I had a fucking plan B pill to swallow every Sunday night going into Monday so I can just skip over Monday, abort it, get rid of it, give it the fucking boot, and fast forward to Tuesday if possible. But since they're not possible as of yet, we can't time travel, we can't, jump into a time capsule and or fast forward to any other select day of the week besides Monday. We're stuck with fucking Monday. Mondayne Mournings, that's the emphasis, of course. So much going on in the world, health-wise. As of, I think, this Monday here in New York, at least, depending, variable wherever you're from or wherever you're located in currently, the mask mandate goes down. So literally the masks are able to come off, go down. You don't have to, I think you have the choice to wear them or not, wherever you go. That's one thing that's cool, I guess, too. But I wish there was a sort of mask you could remove from these fucking cowards. They like to hide behind their comments, of all places, Instagram now. Follow me, by the way, on Instagram if you can, or if you're not already, if you're listening right now to me, at who this is one. That's the tag for Instagram, Twitter, everything you can imagine social media wise related to little old me. Of all things, I wish I could take the mask off these fucking cowards, because now they got, it's not so new, but a newer feature on Instagram where basically you can hide behind, well, there's a lot of trolls on the internet. They've been in existence since the internet's been afforded, unfortunately, to everybody, especially some people of a very limited type of intelligence that they swear their opinion is fact instead of actually stopping to think for a second. There's a whole other side of the globe, perhaps, that thinks differently, views life differently than I do. So they can't really blindly look at things like I would and pass them off as facts solely because I might be wrong, I might be misinformed, I might be uninformed as far as certain things are concerned. Trolls, regardless, are running rampant on the internet. We can't escape that. I ignore them. I just delete the negative shit. I don't even feed into the bullshit like that. But there's a feature on Instagram now that gives trolls more, I wouldn't say power, but more permission to do exactly that. Troll and troll freely. Roam and troll as they choose on the fucking timelines at our expense, because I had an incident that occurred. I usually ignore it. I don't fucking mind it. I just fucking brush it off, whatever. And I was going to let it go because this was like a matter of weeks ago, but it got brought up to me of all days today, leading into, Mondayne Mournings tomorrow, and you're going to get this shit. I wake up to a DM from somebody that I had dealt with, kinda, on Instagram 2 weeks ago. Because a couple of weeks ago, back when, is when I went to go to Staten Island, of all places, the St. George Theater specifically, to go check out, what was it, Michael Imperioli, Steve Sherpa, and Vinny Pastore, to go do their thing with the Sopranos, what's it called, Conversation with the Sopranos, something like that. Either way, it's just them waxing poetically about the times spent on the Sopranos, as cast members. Big Pussy, fucking Bobby Bacala, and fucking Chris Moltisanti. So that was fun. Of course, it was a great time. I enjoyed myself so much. When I posted the selfie I took with Vinny Pastore afterwards, because he was, oddly enough, just making his way out through the fucking garage, unassuming, no limo, no fancy nothing shit going on as well. He just had his messenger bag. People called up to him, and he was super nice with everybody too. Anybody that lined up wanted to take a picture, say hello, whatever. He was taking pictures. He was being nice. He was bringing them in for hugs and shit too. No mask on, nothing either. I got my chance. I took my picture with him. He was super nice. Big Pussy's always been one of my favorite characters. One of the ones I felt the worst for in the whole series, besides him and fucking What was the fat one that came out that was gay? Shaped like a meatball and lost a lot of weight. I forget, but I feel bad for him too, the way he was taken out. But regardless, besides that, met him, one of my favorite characters, by mistake. I called him Steve after we took the picture instead of Vinny. I meant to say Vinny, but I think my mind blanked. I got so nervous. I'm like, I'm standing next to fucking Pussy, who I love so much from the show, and I just botched his name in real life, just by mistake. I know the difference between Steve and Vinny, but I called him Steve by mistake. I got caught in the moment. 5 seconds later, I'm like halfway down the street walking towards the ferry. So I didn't even get to have my brain function properly enough to correct myself and call him Vinny. Point aside, I take the picture with him. I post it on Instagram, obviously, as most of us are guilty of doing right away with something we're proud of at the moment, or an encounter with a celebrity of sorts, whatever. In the caption, I put da 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 in conversation with the Sopranos, had a great night, d. And then I put, of all places, Staten Island, because I'm born and raised in Queens. I'm proud of that. Queens get the money, hashtag, slap that on here if you want to. Point, I'm making right now is that there's no escaping, like, the way I sound, the way I talk either, too. I'm not, like, amping it up. I'm not, like, trying to invest into the character. It's, like, really how I sound legit now, how you'll hear me talk to you if we meet in person, whatever. My point is, I'm from Queens. I know a thing or two about New York compared, like, to obviously a non-New Yorker. So I know the other boroughs. I know the 5 boroughs that make up the 5 boroughs of New York City, too, of course. There's Staten Island. There's a deal with Staten Island that it becomes the butt of a lot of jokes. And it's not so much to put down or downplay the significance of Staten Island because, Staten Island has a lot of contributions. First of all, they got the ferry, which may be inconvenient, may be like, I don't know, like a caveman way of fucking transporting oneself from one borough to the other, but literally that's available to you night and day. And I'll admit the ferry is kind of fun. I remember taking the ferry way back when I used to have to fucking help my mother clean houses when I was younger in the summer, no school, whatever, too. She'd just like snatch me up and take me as an extra set of hands to help her out because she used to have to clean a mansion out there for like an old Italian couple, obviously. But besides that, I've never really been to Staten Island. I haven't had the need to go through Staten Island. I drove once through Staten Island and drove back, obviously, to get to Jersey. But I went to Jersey just to be fat. Jersey's another fucking place, or New Jersey, excuse me. Some respect on its name. That I've had to go to when I was younger to visit an aunt that lived out there. I have no reason to go to New Jersey either besides fucking literally just going to feed myself and get something that was really fattening. And the place was closed anyway because it was like mid-pandemic. I rented a car. I went out there. I made it just to find the fucking sign that says we are closed due to, of course, the shit going on around the world. No need to go to Staten Island. No need to go to Jersey ever. This fucking cunt of all places on Instagram feels the need to be a troll like that. Comments first initiating me. She fucking hook, lines, and sinks me in like a goddamn fish. First comment she makes. Of all places, Staten Island. Like, what is that supposed to mean? Kind of thing. So I write in response, because this is true. I have no need to be in Staten Island. Staten Island is usually the butt of the joke. Again, no disrespect directly. It's just, of course, Wu-Tang. Of course, a lot of other things. Staten Island has contributed to the history of New York and the history of the world to exist. But primarily, who thinks about Staten Island like that? Let's be honest. So I write back, because I'm never there, LOL laughing emoji face. First response. Okay, thinking that's it. I don't have to comment back. It should fucking, not so much diffuse any tension, but more like, I've made my point. It's the butt of a joke. If you're writing that, you're obviously from Staten Island, but it's just a joke. That's all it is. I'm making fun of Staten Island. There's plenty of people have. Let's be honest. If we're talking about islands in New York, we're thinking about fucking Long Island and or Rikers Island before we're thinking of Staten Island of all places. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's a bad place to be at. I'm not saying it's the last place you ever want to be on Earth. I'm just saying it's the last of the islands in that order. Long, Rikers, then Staten. I'm just saying, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you think otherwise. Leave it in the comments. Get back to me wherever you got to, but whatever. Point is, I leave it at that. I thought it's left at that. No, she responds back to me in a whole fucking little essay. And on top of that, you can tell she's old, out of touch, and unfamiliar with social media, at least with IG, because she posts a link at the end of what she wrote to me in a long-ass fucking comment to follow up with what I said, because I'm never in Staten. She took it as I'm personally insulting her being from Staten Island, obviously, and that where she's from doesn't matter at all. Staten Island. I wasn't implying that. I was making a joke about Staten. But you can't make jokes like that no more with certain people because they'll take it to where? The fucking heart. For no reason, mind you. Writes a whole little paragraph about, oh, you need to go out more. You need to step outside of the confines of where you've been confined to. You need to stop listening to people telling you these things about Staten Island. Staten Island has a rich, diverse history, etc., blah, blah, blah. The comments fucking there. It's still on the timeline. I didn't delete it, nothing. And she posted a fucking link to boot about who the fuck cares or knows the many things of Staten Island that no one gives a shit about. Even Staten Islanders probably don't even know themselves. To do fucking research, to do like homework on Staten Island of all fucking things. I don't need to research nothing. I know my boroughs. I know I'm never in Staten. I got no good reason to go to fucking Staten besides maybe I'm bored one day, tired of picking my nose and scratching my ass, and I'll hop on a fucking ferry just to say, hey, I went outside today on a beautiful fucking day here in New York. Big fucking whoop, right? Whatever. I don't need to do any of that. I'm ready to fucking, I'm baited enough by her stupidity. She triggered me enough to do so, to write back a whole comment in response. I forget even what I was saying. But basically, you're an idiot. You're from Staten Island, obviously. I didn't mean to offend you and or Staten Island, let alone, because who gives a shit about either one of yous. But I don't need to do research. I'm born and raised in Queens. I know New York well enough. And I know as a New Yorker, as most New Yorkers, 99% of New Yorkers will fucking tell you, even the Staten Islanders, we have no reason to be in Staten Island, but, unless I live in Staten Island, I work in Staten, and live somewhere else, which seems incomprehensible to me, but it might fucking be possible. Leave a comment if you are, like, in that situation, you live somewhere else, but work in Staten, and you gotta make your way back from Staten, back to wherever you live at. I don't know. But I'm ready to write this whole fucking thing. And she's a fucking coward. She's a commenting coward. She's a trolling coward. You know why? Because she's using and abusing that new feature on Instagram where you can fucking leave posts. You can leave comments on everybody. But she has the feature turned off as far as me being able to reply to her. I was able to get back at her the first time. But because she knew what she was doing, trolling my ass and leaving that comment to make sure I couldn't get back to her and prove how stupid she was for first leaving this asinine, stupid, backwards thinking ass comment with a link at the bottom, knowing I can't click on that shit unless I log on to my computer and go to Instagram to fucking click on that link, which I'm not doing ever to give it that fucking pleasure. She knew to turn off the at feature for me to respond to that comment because she knew how stupid she was being purposely. Probably thought about it, turned it off just so I couldn't get back to her. Unpleasantly to my surprise, I find out I can't even fucking comment when I wrote back to her to get a reply to her. I was ready to fucking DM it to her because I was that, in it at that moment. But I said, you know what? She's a troll. She's a keyboard warrior. She's a comment coward. I'm not going to bother. I'm going to let it go. What I am going to do is I'm going to fucking leave a comment right there. I'm going to take what I wrote anyway because once Instagram told me only certain people can reply to or at this fucking moron, I took the comment, I pinned it on there, and I left it on there. Just so it's known, this is what I meant to reply to her. But because she's a coward, I'm going to leave this there anyway if she ever comes back to it. The fucking, curiosity killed the cat, whatever fucking vibes. And I'm guessing she did because then she DM'd me afterwards too. With some even stupider reply about, I didn't imply anything by that. You're out here picking on Staten Island, people from Staten Island, trying to put us down as a whole community as such too. I'm a proud Italian, whatever. I never said nothing about Italians. I never said nothing about fucking whoever fucking lives on Staten Island. I said that about you in the fucking second attempt I made to try to reply to you. And in my first response, I was honest in my joke. Little bit of humor. Not a great joke, not an elaborate joke, but it went over your fucking head. Either way, still, Staten Island was the butt of the joke when I said, because I'm never in Staten Island and I don't gotta need now and I don't need to ever unless I'm trying to catch the Wu-Tang like that. The Wu-Tang Clan, shout out to them. They are probably, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong with this too, maybe, but at least the biggest and or most famous group and or set of individuals to come out of Staten. I don't know. I'll leave it at that though. But regardless, I wanted to DM her back. I just fucking deleted it. I don't want to deal with her. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it alone because she's got nothing better to do with her life but be stupid. And or she is the living embodiment, the energy of fucking Monday. So let alone the fact that I gotta live through Monday, I don't want to deal with Monday in the physical form, aka that fucking troll from Staten Island. Sleeping under the Verrazano Bridge, ready to fucking do what? Troll. And or leave comments like a coward on Instagram knowing that you can't at her back because she doesn't want to deal with an actual functioning brain outside of her fucking non-existing or improperly functioning brain. Mondayne Mournings, brought to you by me, who this, one more thing to fucking worry, stress about, lose more hair about on Mondays. That's why I like to emphasize, you can't spell mundane without Monday. Follow me on Instagram, don't comment blindly or be a troll like that fucking cunt was on Instagram. Or if you feel like it, I don't give a shit too either. I'll probably just ignore you, but if you want to leave some love, follow, comment, share, like, whatever too, at who this is one. Same thing on Twitter, same thing on TikTok as well too. I'm going to be more active purposely on there too as well. And or the video version. Thank you for watching the video version. Look at my bushy eyebrows and my fucking bald ass head. Little seedlings sprouting out because it's time to shave again. I look like a light bulb with very expressive, overly emotional eyebrows. If anything too, I'm probably like a Greek light bulb because it's so bushy and hairy. YouTube.com/who this is one for the video version, and or again for your ears the audio version. You can hear me bitch and moan about Monday every fucking Monday, bright and early too, on all podcasting platforms available to you or the ones you got more accessible to you, etc., etc. I'm who this. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll catch you next fucking Monday. Stop being a fucking troll or a comment coward if you're doing that, and practicing that in your own spare time. Because you're going to get caught and you're going to get called out.
Yo, it's over. All right, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Thank you.
All right.